Okay, well, pretty excited today, but it's a little bit different this time because there's a new person on board. This is Monica. Yeah, Mon's decided she'd like to do some cruising, so she jumped on board and hopefully will be here for a long while. We're getting on famously so far.
So far so good.
So far so good. So it's great to have new crew on board. So I've got new crew, a new playlist. I'll bring that out next week, and lots of new videos. So. Well, we don't wear skimpy bikinis. Hell, it frightens me when I take my shirt off. There's definitely no one pregnant here. This is motor sailing for old dudes. We do live on a boat and we do cruise extensively along the Australian coast. Join us and visit some great destinations. Learn how to look after a boat and live off grid. It might even get you enthused to do the same thing. Hey, stay out there till you can't. Try that again. We're off.
We're off.
Okay, been looking forward to it, both of us, for quite some time. So we're heading north now and we won't be back here for a long time, I don't think. Before heading down river, it's into Sanctuary Cove, just to top the tanks up. I can't believe sometimes how many times you can travel up and down the coast and not see everything. We've just left from Jacob's Well. We dropped in, had a cup of tea with Bruce and Kay, and we're heading north now. I've got Monica on board, and she has done a bit of boating in Moreton Bay but hasn't seen Tangalooma, so I said let's go up and have a look. And then I had another look and the wind is blowing pretty well out of the south. I'm not sure how Tangalooma is going to be as far as an anchorage goes. We'll have a look at it tomorrow. But there's an anchorage up the top of Moreton Island, right at the very top, which would give us a really good jump off point to go up and do the Wide Bay Bar. And I'm thinking we may head up there tomorrow and see what it's like. And it's a place I've never been, so I've never been there, Monica's never been there. It's going to be exciting exploring a new place, finding our way in and seeing what it's like. Now I'm just going to show you what I go through to try and plan ahead. And look, you can only plan probably a day or two ahead because we're really looking at the weather. That's the first thing we'll look at, is what the weather's doing. And the app I use for that is called Windy. I use the Windy app. And on Windy you can see it's all animated, so it's all southeast. If we look down here, Saturday, Sunday, it's all up around 20-25 knots, but then Monday, this light blue is what we want. That's about 15 to 20, so from the top of Moreton up to Rainbow Beach, we want relatively light winds to do that trip. So we've got Monday, Tuesday, about the same, a little bit lighter. Then by Wednesday, You can see it's gone back to the green, it's a bit stronger, and by Thursday this bit of orange coming in here is way too strong. You wouldn't want to be out in that sort of stuff. So that's a good one. Windy is a good one to use when you're planning what sort of wind you can get. That gives you pretty good data on what the wind is going, or what strength the wind is going to be blowing at, and what direction it's going to be coming from over the next couple of days. Very, very accurate a day ahead, pretty accurate 2 days ahead. The further out you go, the less accurate it gets, but it's a pretty good program. The other programs I'm going to use are Navionics. So I'll do my, I'll have a look at the anchorage on Navionics, and the other program is Zulu Waterways. On Zulu Waterways you can bring up the anchorage you're looking at visiting, and you'll get data from other people that have anchored there telling you what the anchorage is like. So these are the three ways I'm going to work out whether it's a doable thing or not.
Good runnings.
It is. I just noticed that we've nearly pulled up over the top of a crab pot buoy. Bloody hard to see when they're like that. Like, you can't, very hard to pick up, and I'm just going to jump in the boat and move it so I can sleep tonight. Not a bad sunset.
Beautiful sunset tonight.
Pretty good for the first day.
Pretty good.
All right, so what's the name of this bay?
Browns.
Browns Bay on the Broadwater. So we're here tonight. We'll get up in the morning and head up into Moreton Bay and probably up to Tangalooma.
We'll definitely get up in the morning.
Yeah, okay. We had a lovely night at Browns Bay. Never been there before either, but it's a good spot because you're not up where the ferries run, so we didn't have ferries running past all night nor morning. And we're just heading down towards Carragara now and up into Moreton Bay. The tides aren't right for us this morning. We're going to be pushing a bit of water as we head up into Moreton, but yeah, we've decided to make for the top of Moreton Island today sometime, and we'll stay up there for a couple of nights before we head further north. dropped into Tangalooma, but the wind is getting in there a bit and the swells are getting in, so we've decided to head a bit further up around the top. We just sneaked across a little shallow bank, didn't touch bottom at all, but it was pretty shoaly. Out from the wrecks, we're back out in deep water now and we're going up the top. I think it might be a bit more conducive to having a good night. We're going to have a look. It's a place I've never been before, so we'll go up and check it out. There's certainly a lot of tide ripping around this point. We're doing nearly 8 knots now and no sail, so
Yeah, it's pretty good.
there's a lot of tidal assistance here. But we'll just get round this corner and see what we can find. Right at the top of Cape Morton. I think it's called the Kyanga Channel, but it's not too bad here. There's a little bit of roll, but it's it'd be quite easy to sleep in, as long as it doesn't change when the tide changes. But we're out of the wind here. We've got right out of the wind, so it's going to be a good spot for the night. We are anchored in 9.5 metres of water, so it's quite deep here, but there's a lot of sand around. There's a lot of banks. The charts aren't very accurate. I think they probably shift around an awful lot. So eyeball navigation up here, just have a look at where the water's breaking and don't go near it. But there is quite a bit of deep water around, so we should be pretty happy here for the night. Now I've just noticed a little bit of water down in the bilge on that trip. Have a look. It's not much, but it's a little bit. Now I've got to know where that water's coming from. I like to keep my bilges really clean and dry, and then you know when you've got some sort of a leak. Well, can't see any of the usual culprits. Sometimes water does pump in through the bilge line, so the following sea will pump in up through that bilge line and down through the bilge pump. So sometimes a bit of salt water comes in that way when you've got a following sea. And I think that's what it might have been, but I'll just keep an eye on that anyway. We know that we're heading north now. We're anchored off the top of Morton and the wind's gone and we're going to have a really good night. What are you cooking, Mon?
Onions.
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 And steak.
And steak and eggs.
And eggs. A very good carnivore meal.
Yes.
Well, this is what it's all about. Beautiful anchorage, beautiful sunset, beautiful meal coming up. Doesn't get much better. Anchor lights on, I'll pull the flag down now and we'll settle in for a great night here, I think. Pretty pleasant night here last night. A little bit of roll sort of getting in, but nothing to keep you awake really. And yeah, we slept pretty well. So we're up early. We're thinking we might run up to Double Island Point today. The wind's going to be favourable and not too strong. So we might do the trip right up to Double Island Point and then do the bar tomorrow morning. Anyway, we better get this show on the road. How you travelling?
I'm travelling well.
It's good. Okay, Monica, it's a bit rough out here today. How you feeling?
I feel good.
Feel good?
I'm not seasick at all.
That's a real bonus.
It is. Both of us, really.
Yeah, both of us, yeah. You're a good sailor, that's for sure, because this weather would upset the tummies of a lot of people, I know. So it's good.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. We might be able to go a lot further this year.
That'd be nice.
Good to see you enjoying it anyway, darling.
Yeah, it's great. Thank you.
Well, it's been a pretty good trip so far. The wind's got light again now, and the sail's not doing all that much, so we've just got a bit slower. We're doing around 5 or 6. And another 4.5 hours till we get up to Double Island Point. We're just off Noosa now, and Double Island Point is coming into sight, so got about another 4 hours of travel, and we'll pull up there and hopefully get a good night's sleep. You never know when you get up to Double Island Point. The lagoon's gone now, it's not open anymore, and you've got to anchor out, so we'll get in close as we can and try and get out of the swells. If it's really bad, I could probably run the bar at night, but we'll just see how it goes. But it's been a pretty good trip. We've made good time anyway. The sail's done some good work, and yeah, maybe the wind will come back a little bit and get our speed up a bit, and we'll even get there a bit earlier. But so far so good, very relaxed. Coast Guard Mooloolaba, Coast Guard Mooloolaba, Coast Guard Mooloolaba. This is Peggy-Anne, Peggy-Anne 73.
Thanks for calling Coast Guard Mooloolaba. Could you repeat your call, please? I've had an interruption there, sorry. Over.
Romeo Mooloolaba, this is the vessel Peggy-Anne. Over.
Peggy-Anne, yeah, sorry. This is Coast Guard Mooloolaba. Go ahead, over.
Yes, Mooloolaba, this is the vessel Peggy-Anne. We're a little bit north of Noosa now. Should we log on with Tin Can Bay? Over.
Yes, if you're going to keep going up, yes, I'd suggest you do that. I'll take off our log and you can just call me. The channel you can call them on the radio would be channel 80, over.
Romeo, that Mooloolaba 80, we'll give them a call on that and log on, and thank you for your assistance this morning and this afternoon. Over.
Always a pleasure, Peggy-Anne. Enjoy the rest of your trip. This is Coast Guard Mooloolaba out.
Peggy-Anne, going clear back to 80. Coast Guard Tin Can Bay, Coast Guard Tin Can Bay, Coast Guard Tin Can Bay. This is Peggy-Anne. Peggy-Anne on 80, do you read?
Peggy-Anne, this is Coast Guard Tin Can Bay. You go ahead.
Yes, Tin Can Bay, this is Peggy-Anne. We're just heading up the coast. Our destination is Double Island Point tonight. Our ETA there is around about 1800 hours. We're going to stay there the night and cross the bar in the morning, but we're just wondering if we could go on your log, please. Over.
Peggy-Anne, yeah, affirmative to that. Is your registration SB14Q, over?
Yeah, that's a Roger. Over.
Phone number still ending 025, over?
Yeah, Roger that as well, Tin Can Bay.
How many people on board, please?
Yeah, 2 POB, over.
And your current location?
We're currently located probably about 10 miles north of Noosa, over.
Copy that, you're on the log. You're probably at 1800. Coast Guard.
Thanks, Coast Guard. We'll give you a call when we get up there. Peggy-Anne standing by 80 and 16. Well, we got up with the sun, and we're still going when the sun goes down by the look of it. We're about 4 nautical miles from Double Island Point now. We've got about 53 minutes to run, so I think we're going to be getting there in the dark. It won't be a big deal because it's pretty easy to get up near the beach. We'll do that, but it'll be good to stop for a while. It's been a pretty long day. Double Island Point for the night. We got here probably half an hour too late to do it in the light, but we got in the dark okay, and we're anchored in 5 metres, all holding on alright, and there's not much swell getting in here, so if that happens for the rest of the night I'll be a happy puppy, and we'll go over and do the Wide Bay Bar tomorrow.